Hello lovely people all across the world, welcome back to my channel. It's been long. I'm back right now and I'm better, here to show you homemade coconut milk. As usual, we are going to the store and I'll show you just one brand. Look at the laundry list of ingredients here, but I'll show you how to keep it simple and make it in your home kitchen. Let's get started. First of all, you can see this line when you buy one coconut. Look at the line going all across the coconut. In that way, they are going one across and one crossing over the other way. And I'm using the back of the meat cleaver, hitting on that line. Use your energy, use your muscle, okay? This is a workout, an arm workout. If you're not a regular gymnast, just keep hitting on that line and eventually the coconut is going to crack open. You can see it's already cracking right there and it's going to open up. So you want to catch the coconut water that is usually in it, but you can just keep hitting to break it into smaller pieces. And I'll show you how to get the back of the coconut off of the flesh easily without you cutting your fingers. I set a pan, a large pan on medium to low heat and pour some boiling hot water in there. You want to lay your coconuts shell down into the pan. I'm going to lay them out that way. You can see how wide my pan is. It's not a deep pan, it's more of a shallow saucepan. I just lay them out all there. I set my timer for 10 minutes. 10 minutes is all it takes on medium-low heat, and you want it to just boil. You know, the heat is going to help the shell separate from the flesh of the coconut. Easy peasy. Use your tongs to get it out so you don't burn your fingers, okay? We have them all laid out and you can rinse it off with some cool water just so you can be able to handle it. Then use a smaller knife like I'm doing. Watch your fingers. Gently pry the flesh away from the shell and you'll see that it's going to come up easily because the hot water and that steam has already done its job. So you can see we have the flesh there and I'm going to go ahead and do everything else right there. You can see some of those crumb-like pieces and hairs from the shell, and once you've gotten the flesh out, I rinse it off in filtered water. I'm just putting it right there in filtered water to clean it out some more. All rinsed out and clean and ready to go in the blender. Put the coconut flesh into your blender along with 6 medjool dates, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, I use Himalayan pink salt, and 4 cups of filtered water. That's all you need. Then go ahead and blend it, okay? Just let it blend until it's well blended. It's as smooth as you can get it to be. Once it's blended, you set a sieve on top, a clean glass jar, and pour in your blended mix into the sieve. We're going to sieve out the husk, the leftover bits, and I will share a recipe that you can use for the leftover bits next time, because no wastage, right? We want to use every part of this recipe. Press that down with a spatula for all of that milk. Look at the milk, it's nice and thick and it's sweetened. So this is sweetened coconut milk because of the dates. That's a natural sweetener. You don't need sugar. Dates are very healthy. This milk is absolutely delicious. You can have it as a drink. You can put some ice in it if you want to have it chilled. Get a clean jar and I'm pouring the liquid in. I'm going to store this in the fridge, which is what you want to do. Remember, how many ingredients did we have? Filtered water, 1 whole coconut with the flesh, you know, the shell removed, dates, and salt. That's it. You don't need to buy the one in the store with all of the fillers and the additives and whatever else that you cannot pronounce on the ingredient list So this is a very simple way to make sweetened coconut milk in your home. And I'll be sharing how to make unsweetened coconut milk next. Let's get started. So this is another coconut, the flesh already removed, and you can see I scraped off the brown part because this is unsweetened, and I use this for recipes that calls for the use of coconut milk. So this is just going to be the same, only that we are leaving out the dates. There's not going to be dates. There's not going to be salt in it. And we blended it and we're just straining it. So the same process, but you can see how white it looks because remember we scraped off the brown flesh on the bottom, the brown skin of the coconut. And the same process, use your spatula to squeeze out as much liquid as possible. You don't want to waste anything. And you're done. You can see how white this looks compared to the other one. The dates gave the other one a brown tinge. This looks very white. And this is the milk. Any recipe, cooking recipe that calls for coconut milk, I use this. It's unsweetened. It's just pure coconut milk. I pour it again in a clean jar. You can see the thick part was already separating from the liquid. So you want to pour it when it's time to use it. Make sure that you shake up your jar so it's well mixed because it settles. Okay, it settles for this unsweetened one. Store that in your refrigerator. Whatever recipes, sauces, stews that call for the use of coconut milk, this is your go-to recipe. I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.